With the trivia, yesterday's question was, when Khaybar could not be conquered, whom did the Prophet ﷺ tell to take the flag and prophesize that Khaybar would be conquered at his hands? And the correct answer is Ali ibn Abi Talib radiallahu an. And yesterday's winner is Arshia Jabin. Today's question is, when Allah Azza wa Jal had granted victory to the Muslims at Badr, the Prophet ﷺ arrived back and was welcomed, yet there was a sad news in his family. What had happened? As always, you can send in your answers by noon to quiz@islamstl.org. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa wala. Insha'Allah, tonight we will recite the entirety of Surah Al-A'raf. And it's called Surah Al-A'raf because Al-A'raf is the plural for heights, meaning an elevated platform. And the reason it's called Al-A'raf actually is because there is a discussion in this surah about a group of people who will come on the Day of Judgment and their deeds will be equal. So an equal amount of good they've done and an equal amount of bad they've done. And so Allah will suspend them because they've done equally. They're not punished and they're not turned to Jannah. And eventually they are tested and put into Jannah. There's a long discussion about these Ashabul A'raf, people of the heights. And this is amidst the whole theme of the surah of the Day of Judgment, of what is to happen in Jannah and Jahannam, and a detailed description of some of the stories of the prophets, especially Musa alayhi salam, his journey to the mountain of At-Tur. This is detailed extensively in this surah. The ayah for today is ayah number 35 onwards, where Allah Azza wa Jal, He talks about the fire of Jahannam, and He talks about the reaction of people when they go into Jahannam. And this entire discussion is not what we're used to, because we hear a lot about the punishment, but we don't hear about the reaction of the people. So He says, subhanahu wa ta'ala, قَالَ ادْخُلُوا فِي أُمَمٍ قَدْ خَلَتْ مِنْ قَبْلِكُم مِّنَ الْجِنِّ وَالْإِنسِ فِي النَّارِ. That when people will be commanded to enter into the fire of Jahannam in groups, one after the other, because of their time difference as they came in this world, every time a new group sees another group, لَعَنَتْ أُخْتَهَا, they curse the other group. Until they're all gathered. I mean, you can imagine each group comes in, they curse the other one, and this one is cursing that one curses this one. Until they're all gathered and they say to Allah that, oh Allah, you punish the people before us because they influenced us. So even after seeing Jahannam, there's no regret, there's no sense of responsibility. It's that they did it. They did it to us, so punish them more. آتِهِمْ عَذَابًا ضِعْفًا مِنَ النَّارِ. Double their punishment for them. And then the people that came before, they'll say that no, oh Allah, make them taste the punishment. وَقَالَتْ أُولَاهُمْ لِأُخْرَاهُمْ فَمَا كَانَ لَكُمْ عَلَيْنَا مِنْ فَضْلٍ. It's not like you did any better. You know, sometimes the parents say, okay, I couldn't do this, but at least you could do this. You didn't do any better. You did the same as me when I was a kid. So you didn't do any better, so you need to be punished as well. And it's a very despicable state of blaming one another, of cursing one another, of still not taking responsibility. On the other hand, very beautifully about the people of Jannah, Allah Azza wa Jal says, وَنَزَعْنَا مَا فِي صُدُورِهِم مِّنْ غِلٍّ. That we will remove from their hearts all type of malice, everything that would cause envy and hatred and infighting and turning away from one another, all of that is removed from their hearts. That's one thing. And the second thing is when they see Jannah, and you can compare it to a person when they receive an award, usually they're very grateful. You know, I'd like to thank my family, I'd like to thank my mentors, people my friends that stood by me. People like to be thankful. At that moment, they won't say that it's my achievement. They'll say, وَقَالُوا الْحَمْدُ لِلَّهِ الَّذِي هَدَانَا لِهَذَا. That we praise Allah that He guided us to this. وَمَا كُنَّا لِنَهْتَدِيَ لَوْلَا أَنْ هَدَانَ اللَّهِ. Because if Allah did not give us the ability, we wouldn't have been able to do so. And Allah in return, because they're so humble, they're not saying it's because of our action, it's because of Allah. Allah will say that this is بِمَا كُنْتُمْ تَعْمَلُونَ. This is because of what you used to do. To make humans feel some ownership. Because when you get a prize, that prize maybe doesn't have so much value. You get a shield or you get an award presented, you could buy that award online and just get it shipped to you. But the value of that award is not the physical piece, it's the sentiment that this is for your hard work, this is for your contribution. That's the value of it. Allah Azza wa Jal, knowing that humans need that, He'll make sure that the human feels appreciated. Now the beautiful lesson to draw from both of these ayahs is, if we want that our houses and our relationships and our friendships don't have an element of the people of Jahannam, then two things we shouldn't do. One, we shouldn't blame one another, because that's what the people of Jahannam do, they blame one another. And secondly, we should be those that do better when a mistake happens. These are the two problems of the people of Jahannam. And if we want that our house is a touch of Jannah, and it feels like Jannah, then there's two things to do. Remove malice from your heart, remove envy from your heart, and secondly, stop making it about yourself and learn to be humble and praise Allah. These are the two reactions that are shown, the two themes for the people of Jannah and two themes for the people of Jahannam. And in such a place, if Allah is making this to be highlighted, it shows how significant these two qualities are on both sides. We ask that Allah Azza wa Jal make us from the qualities of the people of Jannah. Wa sallallahu wa sallam baraka ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam.